Dear students of English Literature, students of class 12, today our topic in this lecture 6 English version lecture is the homecoming, that is written by Rabindranath Tagore. Students, in your previous lecture you came to know that Fatih came to Kolkata. He had a great imagination of happiness and fun there, but when he reached there he found just opposite to it. He found that the behavior of her maternal aunt was very bad, and she was very rude. Now, when he lost his book, he kept on thinking and became a victim of fever. Now, his condition was very bad, and he decided to leave the house of his uncle. Now, let's see. When a policeman searched for him and found him out and brought him back to uncle's house. Let's see what happens in this lecture 6 English version lecture. Student, this is M. Rahman and you are attending oracy classes of English language. Please, to continue your syllabus through our channel, please subscribe our channel oracy classes of English language. Please like, comment and share. Now students, let's begin lecture number 6. The next day, Fatigue became conscious for a short time. As you know, Fatigue was unconscious and he was muttering words, whatever he had in his mind. Next day, when uncle continued sitting by Fatigue even throughout the night, he served him whatever he could. The next day, Fatigue became conscious for a short time. He turned his eyes about the room, means he tried to look everything in the room as if expecting someone to come, means her appearance shows that he was thinking that somebody should come to him. At last, with an air of disappointment, student, this phrase is very important. An air of disappointment. An air of disappointment means in the situation of hopelessness, he had sunk back on the pillow. His head sunk back means he again pulled his head with pressure in the pillow. He turned his face to the wall with a deep sigh. Bishambar knew his thoughts, means Bishambar knew everything what this boy was thinking, and bending down his head whispered, means and keeping his head down over Fatigue, he spoke. Whispered means slowly. Fatigue, I have sent for your mother, means I have sent to call for your mother. I have sent a person, he will come with your mother. The day went by, means the day passed. The doctor said in a troubled voice that the boy's condition was very critical. Means students, the doctor said that the condition of the boy was not good, means his condition was getting bad, getting worse, and it was a bad news. Students, now let's see what happens to him. Fatigue began to cry, by the mark 3 fathoms, by the mark 4 fathoms. Student, this fathoms is a unit to measure the depth of water. Actually, when he went to school, he tried to run away from the house of his maternal uncle, and he decided to travel by by boat. Student, when he reached there, because of rain there was flood in the river and he was not able to go through the ferry means through the boat. Now you see the water was crossing the limits and it was increasing in the river by the mark 4 fathom. It means the water level was high in the river, that's why the boatman was not taking any passenger across the river. By the mark, he had heard the sailor on the river steamer calling out the mark on the plumb line. Students, the plumb line means that is a mark uh, on the pillars of water that that shows that the water is increasing. You see on the dangerous level. Now that was the reason that nobody was able to take Fatigue across the river. Now he was himself plumbing an unfathomable sea, means he was trying to judge the depth of the water to know the water level. Later in the day, Fatik's mother burst into the room like a whirlwind. Student, these two new phrases are good for you: burst into and like a whirlwind. Later means after some time in the day, mother came and rushed to Fatik into the room. Like a whirl means like a gust of the wind. Uh, and began to toss from side to side and moan and cry in loud voice. Means she started crying, she started weeping in a loud voice, and she was restless. Bishambar tried to calm her agitation, but she flung herself on the bed. Means she came, agitation means irritation. Bishambar tried make him calm make him calm down, but she flung means she rushed herself to the bed of Fatik and cried, Fatik, my darling, my darling. Darling means a very dear one. Fatik stopped his restless movements for a moment. Fatigue stopped. Restless means whatever Fatigue was doing in unconsciousness, he controlled his activities. He tried to give attention to the sound. His hands ceased means stopped beating up and down, and he said, Fatigue very slowly turned his head, and without seeing anybody said, Mother, uh, the holidays have come. And he again asked his question because he was not in a good condition still, and he asked the same question which was asked to his maternal uncle, but now he got that his mother was there, but he has no consciousness properly. So he was again asking the same question that maybe the holidays are over, holidays have started, so his mother was there. Students, now you may think that the story is incomplete here, but now students, that is not the matter of the completion of the story, but there is a great moral, students, in this story, that parents are very precious thing. Even parent, maybe mother, maybe father, whoever you have with you, is very important and meaningful, so please try to respect them. Through this story, The Homecoming, the writer wants to show that if we realize anything and we come to our senses that what is right and what's wrong, then that is the day of your life. Students, that is the beginning of your life, and this is the theme and the moral of this story, the homecoming. Now, in other words, when Fatigue would go to his mother, now he would be a changed person. He would not be a ringleader, he would not be a rowdy a boy, because he had experienced the reality of life without parents. Now, students, that's why this chapter was the homecoming. Means Fatigue came to his senses, and coming to his senses means the homecoming, and it is assumed that he would be a good boy now. Students, I hope that you have loved and liked this, understood this lecture very well. So please, if you liked it, and if you have gone through this channel, please subscribe our channel, and please like, share and comment, and continue watching RSC classes of English language. Thanks.